Hi everyone, my name is Emily Vernon and I am the Special Events Coordinator with the UW Alumni Association. For today's Cowboy2Cowboy interview, we'll be speaking with UW alumna Mindy Uitterdyk. Mindy is the Vice President of Marketing at UniWyo Federal Credit Union in Laramie, Wyoming. Thanks for joining us today, Mindy.
Thanks, Emily. I'm happy to be here.
Mindy's interview today is one of many that we are doing with alumni across the globe. We hope that these videos will serve as learning tools for students and alumni as they pursue new career opportunities. Mindy, can you take some time to tell us about the degrees you received from UW and then your pathway from graduation to your career now?
Yeah, definitely. So I actually graduated from the University of Wyoming in 2009 with a Bachelor of Science in Finance. And during my time, I also got a real estate certificate. So at UW, it actually took me 6.5 years to get those degrees. But I didn't start out in finance, and I actually started out in elementary education. So why would I go from elementary education to finance? Well, I've always really liked math, and I had a professor during my time at UW, a math professor actually tell me that I should major in math. And I think that started the thought process for me. And throughout my elementary education journey, I decided that maybe being a teacher just wasn't for me. I have so much respect for teachers. They're amazing. They should make tons and tons of money. I appreciate them so much, but I just decided maybe teaching wasn't for me. So I thought that I might pursue something in math since that professor kind of put that seed in my head. And I thought that finance and the College of Business always intrigued me. So I switched from elementary education when all I had left was my methods and my student teaching, and I decided to start back and go into finance. So 6.5 years later, I did get my bachelor's degree, and I graduated in December of 2009. And from there, I was able to attend a job fair actually at the university, and I did some research on what companies would be at that job fair, and I knew which ones I wanted to go talk to that day. And it turns out that I was hired by one of those companies at a job fair. It was a big company, and I went to work for them for a couple years and had some amazing experience. I was actually set to move to Los Angeles, and I decided that just wasn't for me. So I love Laramie, and growing up in Wyoming, I decided Wyoming is an amazing place and that maybe we should stick around Laramie and Wyoming. So I started looking at businesses that I liked and in Laramie and local, or maybe some online. And UniWyo was a business that I banked at, and I had always had amazing experiences with. And so I looked into UniWyo, and they were hiring for a marketing specialist. Now you might think, well, what does that have to do with your finance degree? Well, it's a financial institution, and I still get to do a lot of math. I've always been on the creative side and crafty, and marketing is just right up my alley. So I think that a lot of business majors can kind of cross over into other business areas. So marketing specialist is what they were hiring for, and I was able to get that job 9 years ago. And I went from the first marketing specialist, and kind of building the marketing department for UniWyo as we grew as a company. A lot of the marketing that was done prior to me coming on board was with some other positions within the credit union. They would do different things here or there, but it wasn't necessarily one whole department. So I started as marketing specialist, was able to then become marketing director and hire additional marketing specialists, and now I'm the vice president of marketing. And I oversee the marketing department as well as all of the training and learning development that we do here at UniWyo.
What excites you about your position?
So I think the biggest thing that excites me about my position is that things are different every day. and being a part of an organization that I am 100% behind. I love our mission. We better people's lives every day. That is our why of what we do and why we're here. And again, finance and banking isn't always the most exciting thing, but I think throughout marketing, we're able to put ourselves out there in a fun and exciting way. And I just love being a part of an organization that I'm passionate about and that I can feel like I'm helping to make a difference in people's lives.
So knowing what you know now from your career path when you graduated to now, is there anything that you would have done differently?
So I would say, thinking about college, I can say this now that I'm older, but I think that there were so many opportunities in college that I should have taken advantage of. I went to the basketball games and the football games and some theater performances and some speakers, but there's so much on campus that I should have taken advantage of. UniWyo is the exclusive financial wellness partner of the University of Wyoming, and we put on events often, and there's not a lot of students that actually attend those, and we try to get students to attend, and it's such good information. I would say, as a student, if you can attend certain things just to better yourselves as humans and as students and as potential employees and as adults, whatever you can do to create your whole well-rounded individual, then take advantage of those opportunities. There's lots of speakers on campus. There are even like resume workshops and just all sorts of things. Just, I would have liked to take more advantage of all of those things that are offered while I was a student at the University of Wyoming.
So is there any encouragement or advice that you could give to students or alumni who are just entering the job market or who may be looking to switch professions?
So obviously I switched from elementary education to finance, and I would just say, do something that you're passionate about. Maybe it doesn't matter if it takes you 6.5 years, like it did me, to actually graduate with that bachelor's degree, but doing something that you're passionate about, that's super important. So have the passion, do something that you would like to do. Also do the research to see what are jobs that I can actually do if I get this degree. As a teacher, obviously, you know what job you're going to do if you go into education. But there are a lot of other degrees out there that you might not know exactly what types of jobs you could get by having that degree. And setting those realistic expectations, I think, of, you might not get a big old salary when you first graduate from college, but put in the work and have that passion for what you're doing. And I think that we'll all be happier if we have that passion and do what we're excited to do.
Would you recommend students doing internships or anything along that line to gain more experience?
Yeah, I think internships are an amazing opportunity because then you can actually get an idea. You might have an idea in your head of what a certain job might be, but actually getting put into it for a while will really give you a better idea of what you'll be doing every day. And the more internships you can do, the better. I think that even reaching out, we go give presentations on campus quite often, and we'll talk to students about their finances, or we've even talked about jobs and interviews and benefits, health benefits or HR topics. And anybody that comes to your class or even your professors, ask them for what was their journey like, or what would you recommend, or any advice that you can soak up, do it. Be a sponge.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today, Mindy. I really appreciate it. These videos help serve as a learning tool for students and alumni that are looking to get into professions such as yours. So for everyone watching, if you'd like to visit our website, and the next slide will include information about links to more career resources.
Thanks, Emily.
Yeah, thank you.